He want to do.
Terence Crawford's 37. Devin Heaney said he thinks he would like him to retire. Do you agree with that statement?
So, he can do whatever he wants to do. He's been dominating for a long time too, so he can do whatever he wants to do. I would like to see him retire because it'd be hard for anybody to top that, and they just put him on the top 5 list, and he'd be able to stay there because he hasn't been beat.
Last question. Is Terence Crawford the greatest of all time?
Absolutely the greatest of all time.
Where does he rank?
I don't know, but he's not the greatest of all time. Absolutely greatest of all time.
Roy Jones Jr. has completely flipped the script on Terence Crawford's next move. While the entire boxing world is focused on a massive Canelo rematch, Roy is steering Bud toward a totally different path, one that history demands but almost nobody predicted. He's calling out the single missing piece in Crawford's resume, a gap only one man can fill. Erislandy Lara. This isn't about adding another trophy. It's about sealing the only chapter Crawford hasn't closed. And Roy Jones Jr. knows exactly why Lara is the dangerous final puzzle piece.
As Canelo Alvarez has been a great fighter his whole career, people like Erislandy Lara gave you the blueprint on how to beat him. People like Floyd Mayweather also gave you the blueprint on how to beat him. But Bud is more fierce, more fearsome, and more angrier, and more meaner than both of those guys. So you know if they showed you the blueprint, Bud gonna go out there, take that blueprint, and do even more with it.
To understand why Roy Jones Jr. is pushing this specific direction, you have to look closely at Terence Crawford's accomplishments. Bud has collected belts at 135, 140, 147, and 154 pounds. Then he jumped all the way to 168 and took down Canelo. See the gap? He completely bypassed the 160-pound middleweight division. For a historian like Roy Jones, that's the missing link. He believes returning to capture a middleweight title isn't a step backward. It's a strategic masterstroke. He calls it closing the chain. If Crawford wins a belt at 160, the sequence becomes flawless. And the argument for this era is great.
I don't know. I mean, I think he may want to go get a middleweight title because he skipped over that. He went to junior middleweight. No, he went junior middleweight, then went super middleweight. So he may go back and just capture the middleweight title to close the gap, like I wished I would have did with the cruiserweight title. So I think he does that, and that's it.
The middleweight division has been a quiet wasteland in recent years, overshadowed by the star power at 168, but that silence is about to break. Roy Jones Jr. has identified 160 as the perfect hunting ground, because it's controlled by champions with belts but not global fame. Dangerous fighters, yet not powerful enough to dictate the terms the way Canelo does. That gives Crawford all the leverage. He wouldn't be the B-side hoping for a shot. He would be the invading king coming to collect what he believes is his. Jones sees this as the easiest road to the biggest historical reward.
About Terence Crawford as well.
Yeah.
A lot going on with him at the moment. No one knows his next move.
Right.
What would you like his next move to be?
I think he should go down and win a title at 160 because he won at 47, 40, 54, 68. Go get 60, you closed it all. That's fine.
Yeah. Would you like to see a rematch with Canelo?
Not really.
Okay. What about Canelo, I guess? What would you like to see in the future
I
for him?
don't know. Canelo can do anything he wants to. He's done so much already. There's really not much left for him to do. So it's really, I think Canelo probably could either take the rematch or close the door because Canelo's done way more.
This is where the timeline gets interesting. The 160-pound picture is blurry now, but it becomes crystal clear on December 6, 2025. That's the date set for the huge unification clash between WBO IBF champion Janibek Alimkhanuly and WBA champion Erislandy Lara. And this fight is more than a unification, it's an audition. Roy Jones Jr.'s entire plan hinges on the winner of this exact matchup. On one side is Janibek, the avoided Kazakh knockout machine. On the other is Lara, the Cuban tactician and oldest active champion, still equipped with a frustrating, high IQ style. Whoever emerges with 3 belts instantly becomes Crawford's primary target. So Janibek is the young powerhouse. There's a real sense that Erislandy Lara is the fighter Roy Jones Jr. quietly hopes wins. Lara represents the old master, a seasoned technician who speaks Crawford's language inside the ring. Crawford versus Lara would be a pure chess match, a southpaw battle that boxing purists would worship. If Lara survives Janibek's thunder and unifies the titles, he becomes a legacy-defining opponent for Crawford, a chance to defeat a man who once troubled Canelo, giving Crawford yet another opportunity to say, "I did it better." Crawford isn't just waiting in the shadows. He's already making moves. Recently, he appeared at the WBO convention and made his intentions crystal clear. Sitting beside Janibek's team, Crawford stared directly into the camera and said, "I got my eyes on you." Whether it was a warning or playful jab, One thing is certain, Crawford is studying the 160-pound division very closely.
Age-wise, of course, everybody's going to say Erislandy Lara because he's 40. But I would never come out of my mouth and call Erislandy Lara a weak link. I think there's no elite fighters at 160.
Bud's like my brother. Just I've been with them for the past probably 7 camps. He's been taking 0 shortcuts. He's always 100% to himself. He never cheats himself. So. We're just in a routine. We know what happens. We come out here, just pass the time working out. Pass as fast. You work out so many times a day and get to it. You're working the whole time.
The viral clip proves Roy Jones Jr.'s blueprint is already in progress. Crawford is tracking the middleweight champions. He knows the winner of the December 6th showdown holds the key to his 6th division world title, and he wants them to know he's coming for all of it. But Roy's second piece of advice is the most controversial: avoid Canelo. Jones believes a rematch with Alvarez is a high-risk, low-reward play for Crawford's legacy. Canelo is older, recovering from elbow surgery, and showing wear. Roy argues that Crawford already beat him. Doing it again proves nothing. Losing the rematch would stain the first victory, while winning again would lead critics to blame Canelo's age. It's a lose-lose wrapped in a big paycheck.
My guts say the same thing. You know, I'm gonna sit down with my team and we're gonna discuss what's next in the future for Terrence Crawford. And you know, who knows? I might go down to 160.
Johnny, we're here next. Looking for you. Looking for December 6th, how you gonna do it?
Got my eyes on you, Jenna. To catch up at Canelo Crawford. I just want to get your reflections on that fight first.
It was a great fight by Crawford. Fought a very smart fight, just like I thought he would. The only problem I had was I was worried about his shoulder because some stuff came out about his shoulder being sore. So I didn't know about that. But if he didn't have any injuries, I knew it would be an easy walk for him.
Are you surprised by just how kind of confident and comfortable Terrence was in there at all?
No, not at all. Because if you watch Canelo struggles with guys that can box. Terrence can box from both sides, left-handed or right-handed. So how could you be surprised?
So there's a lot of talk about what next for both men. With Canelo Alvarez, where do you think he goes from here?
I don't know. I think they're trying to have a rematch, so I don't know.
You think he can right the wrongs in a rematch?
I don't think so, no.
Roy wants Crawford chasing history, not another payday. And that history sits at 160, not in a recycled sequel with Canelo. The stakes are enormous. If Crawford listens and captures a world title at middleweight, he enters a nearly empty Hall of Legends. He would join Manny Pacquiao and Oscar de la Hoya as one of the only fighters ever to win major world titles in 6 divisions. That's the kind of achievement that turns greatness into immortality. Roy Jones Jr. understands this better than anyone. He jumped from middleweight to heavyweight to chase his own legacy. Now he sees that same spark in Crawford, urging him to secure the 6th belt so that when boxing history is written, the name Terrence...
Anticipate. If you'd have ever shared the ring with a 168 version of Terrence Crawford, would that have been an intriguing matchup?
Not really. I like Terrence. Terrence is a very good fighter, but Terrence grew up on Roy Jones. It's hard to tell you these guys are going to whoop Roy Jones when they grew up and they still asking questions to Roy Jones about how he did things. So they don't fully understand Roy Jones yet either. So it's hard to beat Roy Jones if you don't fully understand him yet. You understand me? So I mean, it's cool. He's a great fighter, don't get it wrong. And it would have been an intriguing fight because he has a heart and he has confidence. And he's a very challenging guy. That's what I like about him the most. That's why I knew he'd beat Canelo, because he stands up to the challenge. So he would have been something to deal with for a few rounds earlier. But I was a different guy. I was much faster than 90% of the people I fought. You understand me? So it's like, with my speed level and with the precision and things, even him. I had him training yesterday. I watched him put together some 4 and 5 punch combinations, and I think it shocked him because of how quick he can do it. So it's not about necessarily talent. It's talent too, but you gotta have know-how with talent. I had know-how along with talent. That's what this kid has.